with Skyline IT Management. And I just kind of wanted to go live here for just a few minutes to talk about something, a real problem, pretty potentially serious problem for small businesses that I've seen quite a bit lately, several times in the last month. Last week, this week, again, I've seen it, and I've seen it in small companies with very few users to larger companies with even over 100 users. And this involves their Microsoft 365 tenant, which would be the kind of overall management platform for their Microsoft 365 applications and controls. So what happens, and I understand how it happens, but sometimes if you don't have somebody managing your technology, somebody like we do, like Skyline, a business owner will start the product and kind of manage the product. And in order to do that, you have to be what's called a global administrator. And so they will just set their regular account up as a global administrator account. And then depending on the size of the company, they might give other people in the company these global administrator rights as well. Now, you have to keep in mind that as far as the major administrator categories, there's about 17 major categories. Then you can get really granular with different levels within that. But global administrator is like the most powerful of all of them. And so typically that's what somebody will set up by default if they're going to be managing the whole thing. And this can be really dangerous when it's not done properly. The global administrator should never be a regular user. And obviously, I don't mean a regular user level, but it should not be somebody that is the account that they use for doing their work. If you get your email and all of those daily things that we do at work, that account should never be anything more than just a regular user, or perhaps a very minor administrator level, depending on what your function may be. But it should certainly never be a global administrator. So if you, as a business owner, or in your company, if you do things to manage parts or all of your Microsoft 365 tenant, that needs to be done with a separate account. That account is just for that. And it should not be an account that gets email. There are other ways to set up your tenant so that you can receive email alerts about things that an administrator would need to know. But you do not want to make a global administrator account should not be one. Typically, there may be, there's some exceptions, and people might argue with me on that a little bit, but it certainly should not be a regular daily use account. It is for administering the product only. And in one of these situations that I saw this week, it was particularly dangerous because this particular company, they had over 100 users, and then they also within that had a lot of external collaborators, companies that were added into their company kind of as B2B, so that they could collaborate with them a lot easier. And so that puts not only their own company at risk, severe risk, but also these other companies that are listed as collaborating users within their Microsoft space. And so this is just so dangerous, because if you think about it, we know, if you've heard me, preach about these things before, 90% of the threats, cyber threats, come in through email. And so if you are just, going about your daily business, doing your email, and you click on the wrong thing, and you're a user, just a regular user level, and not an administrator, there can still be so much havoc in your organization, ransomware and so forth. But if you just multiply that times 100, if you're the global administrator and your email gets compromised or your account gets compromised because of something that happens on it, most likely through an email, but obviously there are other ways as well. So not only, the global administrator can literally do anything in there. And so please, if you are a business owner or somebody, within your organization that deals with this kind of thing, please make sure that for global administration and other higher level admin tasks, that is a separate login that is only for those tasks, and that your user accounts are simply that. They're just user accounts. So I hope that this information will help somebody who may be doing it the wrong way. And if you need assistance, Skyline IT Management is there to help as well. So I thank you for watching this, and I hope you have a great day.